Guys, let's move very quickly and talk about the elections of CAF, the politics of African football. Well, the first thing we want to talk about is that we've been talking about this, we've been building up to it gradually. Is this a secret? I think it's open secret where the Nigeria Football Federation will be pitching their tent, all right? Where the Nigeria Football Federation will be pitching their tent. And it is clear that the NFF are going to be supporting Hayatou's adversary, Ahmad. Officially now, the NFF have come out, the president of the Nigeria Football Federation has come out to say we are going to be supporting this guy. Whether he eventually wins or he doesn't win, doesn't change anything for us. We want change. It's
a worst-kept secret, and we all saw the handwriting on the wall that this was gonna happen. In battles, you choose your moves, and I'm very sure the NFF have calculated the prospects of winning, prospects of the backlash of losing, the prospects of winning, and every other thing. So we'll see where all of this takes us. Ahmad's, move for the presidency has been gathering momentum. A lot of things have been happening, and COSAFA, are solidly behind him. And so we'll see how all of this pans out. Like I said, worst kept secret from the NFF. We always knew that this is the direction they were going to go, and now they've made it public. So we'll see what happens in that one. But Issa Hayatou is still a man that you take seriously, in spite of whatever may be happening. It's still a force to reckon with when it comes to the football politics in Africa. All right, we'll talk about. I'll come to you, Dotun, to talk about this one. But my producer has flashed at us the game at the Etihad. A goal has been scored. Monaco have drawn level. Radamel Falcao has drawn AS Monaco level. So it is Manchester City 1, Monaco 1 after 32 minutes of football. That's what Pep Guardiola said before the game. Yeah. He's wary of the strikers from Monaco. And they've done it. They've proved it right. They've done it. This is not a good result as it stands. Of course. For City, because we're in the knockout phase. Yes. But then there's plenty of time for things to change. Turn things around. All right.
But if you look at Monaco, so far this season, they are the best goal scoring side when it comes to a 5 top football league in Europe. If you look at it, they've scored 76 goals in 26 games. And that was why if you Guardiola said he's wary of the attack. 76 goals from 26 games. They always have opportunity to get the goals, but when it comes to defending, though they may not be the perfect team when it comes to defending, if you look at it, they've considered about 30 goals out of that 26 games played. So you always look at it very well. Okay, they are the best attacking side. Also, they are not the best defending side. So if they come against a team like City that defensively they are not too good as well, offensively they are neither here nor there. Of course, it's really going to be an even game. But for them, I know too well that they are going to do well. If you look at their past visits to England, except the one they lost against Tottenham last season in the Europa Cup, they've been getting victories or draws. The one against Chelsea in 2004, the one against Arsenal in 2015, to the one against Tottenham last year, and even this year, they got the better of Tottenham at Wembley by 2-1. So if you now look at it, going into this game, so they have good, they are in the right frame of mind, believing that they can always get the right result when it comes to playing against an English opponent, and which is really working for them this night. Especially with City playing in the makeshift back four. Of course. Fernandinho is at left back. Pep Guardiola always experimenting, putting some players, you don't understand. And Vincent Kompany also being injured. For my money, I don't understand why anytime Vincent Kompany is fit, he's not playing. Then John Stones. I don't know. A lot of things wrong with that City lineup. A lot of worries for Pep Guardiola. But at the moment, his worry will be how to score more goals, outscore Monaco, because at the moment it is Man City 1, Monaco 1. And that was why I was worried that the Monaco attack can hurt any team. All right, so that's a quick update. Well, we'll keep breaking our transmission, so to say, to update you with the UEFA Champions League. We were discussing the Nigeria Football Federation support for Hayatou's adversary, Ahmad from Madagascar. And so nothing to hide anymore. The NFF president comes out to say, look, we are supporting a change in African football leadership.
we are pitching our tent with Ahmad. Whether he wins or not, is our man. All right, so I think that clearly underlines where our interests are.
And the direction we're going to go.
And the direction we are going to go.
If we win, and if we lose.
So we know all the implications of what we're doing, whether it turns out good or bad. Yes, Dr.
According to the chairman of Nigerian Football Federation.
President.
According to the president of Nigerian Football Federation, he did say that he wants to support this man on to the fact that he wants change. He's looking out for change. What has been going on over the past 30 years is not what we've been longing for. Some persons are really saying that somebody who never understand the politicking and everything when it comes to football in Africa cannot come on board. And I said to myself, if Hayatou, when he was 28, became the secretary of Cameroonian Football Federation, and later on, when he was about 40 years, he became the the chairman of African CAF, president of CAF, and now look at it. Within that time and now, he has really actually done wonderfully well. I'm not saying he has not done anything, but according to Ahmad, the president of the Madagascar Football Federation, he said that some of the things that actually spur him up vying for this particular position is the fact that he has looked at some of the loopholes in the CAF, in the system that is not really working fine. When it comes to selection of countries for tournament hosting, he said he really fought that particular one. He said he wants to bring in ex-internationals into the technical board rather than guys that never understand what we call football. So actually, if you consider all of these things, you definitely see that this match is actually tilting towards the right direction. And Nigerian Football Federation opting to support this particular man. They are also doing wonderfully well.
Going along with the right thing.
Yes. Even he also said that if at all he doesn't win, they will still actually strive for that change in which they are longing for when it comes to football balancing in Africa. So I believe what Nigerian Football Federation is doing now is just the right thing, and what Ahmad is doing is just the right thing.
Okay. Well, that one is not one of those that will vote. So
unfortunately,
whether Ahmad is able to convince him or not is a different story altogether. March 16 in Addis Ababa will finally be able to discover for ourselves if change will happen to African football or whether the status quo will be maintained. Yes. But let's talk about another thing very quickly, Yemi. FIFA president has been going around. I mean, one of his cardinal points when he was campaigning to be president of FIFA is that he's going to be having strategic meetings across the globe in different parts of the world. Africa will be one of it. Asia will be one of it. He just had one in Qatar not too long ago. Now he's in South Africa to meet with African football presidents, African FA president, to chart the way forward for the game and lay solid structure for development to go around the world during his time as FIFA president. And he visited the Safa House today. It was wowed by what South Africa have been able to achieve with the legacy money for the World Cup.
Yeah, well, I mean, you always be impressed with Safa, with the South Africans, the way they organize themselves. It's an unprecedented meeting. You're going to have, I can't remember any time, apart from when you have the FIFA Congress, that you have the 54 member associations.
And you have the CAF Congress.
Yes. Oh, okay, CAF. Where in this case, all of them are invited. It's a 3-state visit. It's coming to South Africa. I think it's going to Zimbabwe.
Uganda.
And
you get to Uganda, you get to Rwanda.
Then there's a time for the party.
There's Zimbabwe, there's a party in Zimbabwe. a lot of it's more or less on the tour of Africa.
Of course. And I think he's coming here to sell the ideas, to you know, probably say thank you to those that voted for him, and to sell the ideas, to put people in the know. This is the direction FIFA is going to. This is our plan for 2026. It's also been selling the idea that, look, 2026 that we're going to have 48 teams. We can have 3-4 countries
co-hosting.
I mean, co-host.
So it's selling, marketing his ideas.
And I'm inspired, you know, fresh blood, fresh ideas, and, you know, it's taking Africa seriously. That is what is important to me. Any bloc that has 54 votes, you have to take them seriously. And now somebody's coming and is showing that we matter. It's key. Although it has to be said that he's been, whether he likes it or not, he has been dragged into the politics of who is going to become the next CAF president. Because after this 3-day visit, he goes to a place where CAF, quote unquote, has labeled a
destabilizing factor.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. It's tilted towards the direction, and it's clear. It's clear.
Okay. My director is updating us again with the results from the UEFA Champions League from Manchester City. Monaco have scored one more. They are leading now at the Etihad with Kylian Mbappe with a goal. At the beginning of this game, Pep Guardiola said, look, I'm weary of these strikers, and look at what they've done. They are leading 2-1 now. It's not looking good at all.
Yep.
Pep Guardiola jokingly said, critics will kill us if we lose.
Yeah, they've not lost, but they are losing.
So I'm thinking, if he meant that as a jibe to the fans, I'm thinking what will really happen if eventually they lose tonight. And the frailties have always been there. A lot of people have
talked about a makeshift defense. Everything is coming together at the wrong time.
Experimenting, is trying to bring his ideas. And I think it got to a point, even Pep said, I need time. At some point, he was quoted as saying, I'm going to stop coaching. I mean, everything that he has tried has backfired. Every move has backfired. But he does have some things going on for him. He has some exceptional players in midfield, like Kevin De Bruyne and David Silva playing well. And that explains, that shows why City are probably still in the title race. But if anybody thought that Pep was going to come, wave the magic wand and everything will start following him, it's not happening. It's not happening here. I mean, for his sake, I hope he doesn't lose tonight.
I did say the other time that it's really going to be pretty difficult for Manchester City, into the fact that Monaco this season, they've been wonderful. Look at how they did qualify for this particular stage. They got the better of Tottenham, home and abroad. Even other games in which they had to draw, it was not too... it was too convincing game. It was wonderful game, which actually we all saw that, okay, the luck was not on their side. So going into this particular one, they have their heads high. They have hopes. They have confidence. They have everything really working for them. Look at what they've been able to achieve. They are the youngest side when it comes to football club in French Ligue 1, and they've been doing wonderfully well. The coach has been there for about 3 or 4 years, and he has been doing well. Couple of players at the middle of the pack. They are very, very young, 22, 20, 21. And he brought all these guys together. Somebody like Silva, the Portuguese youngster, who happens to be the main player at the middle, dictating the pace of play for Monaco. He has been wonderful this season. I was thinking João Moutinho will be the main anchor man this season. He was that last season. But this season, Silva actually took the mantle, and he has been doing wonderfully well.
Okay.
Look at the